presentation by Guru Ramohari Das on helping Odisha music to attain classical status. And this presentation was supervised by Ipsita Satpathy. So overall, this was a great session. And now I'm going to discuss the Global Odisha competitions and the prize winners. So the Global Odisha competitions, the idea was to have several competitions which will enable people to produce something, there's some product, as well as increase the awareness. So we had three tracks. One was on creating promotional dossiers, the kind you find in airline magazines of about 35-40 pages. And then we had another one on designing streets of designing streets, and the third one was about travelogues. So I will start with the details of the competition. We had thought about it in February and made an announcement, and then people sent their registration around in April, and in the mid of May there was a deadline for submission. We took the submission, we reviewed it, many professors and professionals were involved in reviewing, and they gave feedback to the finalists. We created a sort of a small list of finalists, and then the finalists used that feedback and submitted a revised version, and then the revised version was reviewed again, and now I will I will soon announce the winners. And I will want to thank the jury members for the traveler competition. The jury members were Mr. Satya Patnaik, Professor Annapurna De, Ms. Saril Cook, Professor Lalu Mansingh, and Dr. Gagan Panigrai. For the dossier track, the jury members were Professor Kishore Das, Mr. Santosh Tripathi of Bhubaneswar Baj, Pradosh Sahu, and Tapan Patnaik. And for the architecture design, we had Professor Debajyoti Patti, Professor Chhabi Misra, and Manjusa Patnaik. So in the design competition, we had only one entry. So it was not, this was only open for architecture students. They have to design a particular street, and they were given the street in front of KIIT where there's a lot of foot traffic, so that it will become an attractive street such as in Georgetown or just around the conference. But there was only one entry, so we had to decide, the judges had to decide if this entry is good enough. We didn't want to give a first prize to just one entry unless it is really good. So the judges looked at the entries, and their decision was that it's a decent entry but not something to give a first prize. So they decided to give it a special prize and I guess get a special award and recognition. So the winners are Ashish Sarkar, Soumik Ghosh, and Kaushik Das. So they get a special recognition and $200 for their revised submission on a happening street, which is KIIT front street in Bhubaneswar. Then we had traveler competition. This had a lot of entries, about 10 or so. And the three finalists were on topics of Koraput, Bhitarkanika, and Chilika. And the judges ranked, the first prize goes to the topic was Encounters in the Hinterland, Koraput. And it was an entry by Pratik Mahapatra and Soumya Jena. And we don't have any more prizes on this, but the other two finalists on this in the order of their ranking were Stories from Back Alleys, Bhitarkanika Islands, again by Pratik Mahapatra and Soumya Jena. And the next finalist was Getting Lost on Chilika Lake, a travelogue by Rakhi Ghelani. Then the dossier competition, we had 4 finalists. They were on the topics of 2 on Bhubaneswar, 1 on Odisha, and 1 on Ganjam. And the dossier competition results are, the first prize goes to Ansuman Mahapatra and Srikant Padmasola, and they get a prize of $500. And the second one was very close, so in this one we decided to give a second prize because they were very close entry, and this was an Odisha dossier, and the prize goes to Manjusa Patnaik and Swadesh Sundar Patnaik. Manjusa and Swadesh are from New Jersey, I think New York or New Jersey, and Ansuman and Srikant are from India somewhere. And the other entries were by Dossier Bhubaneswar by Pratik Mahapatra, other finalists, and Ganjam, a unique district of Odisha, by Srinivas Chaudhary, a student at NIST, Barampur. And finally, to conclude, we made several future action items.